Friends, welcome all for our morning classes on Upanishad and Bhagavad Gita, as we are doing it regularly by the God's grace and good that we have, our own sankalpas, our own willpowers to be able to come every day, whether we know it or not. Let us accept that this is wonderful endeavor. In fact, we can call it as second best, greatest endeavor. The first best is the knowledge which is gained here. On that we are contemplating and meditating. So let us not give up this endeavor for any paltry reasons. That should be our commitment. Welcome. Throughout the day we'll have 6-7 texts to touch, just to see how much we can create, maintain, increase our spiritual information, spiritual inspiration, spiritual involvement leading to spiritual evolution. This is what we are here every day to do. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, Gita, Mandukya Upanishad, Gita, Tulsi Ramayana. Today it will end Sundarakanda, or maybe tomorrow. And Yoga Vasishta Maharamayanam. What a beautiful topic. Started yesterday. Mumukshu Prayatna Upadesha. And in our Nirguna Manasa Puja, how we are beautifully guided in internal devotional meditation, meditational worship. It's a great text. And in Skanda Puranam, the Setu Mahatmyam we are seeing. And in Chandogya, Prathamodhyaya, Udgita Brahmana, how many things are being taught. Good. May we have, by God's grace, the subtle intellect to understand all these things. May we have the retention power. May we all have the deep inner inspiration to live the spiritual life, to reach to the spiritual heights. Let the grace of Shruti Mata, Guru Gana, Devata Gana, Jagan Mata, Jagat Pita, Jagat Adhishtata, the Brahma Tattva, let their blessings be invoked and may we intensify our Loka Sevaka Dharmastapaka Viragi Adi Vyaktitwas. Bhakta Shishya Mumukshu Jignasu Shrota Sadhaka Parishrami Prerita Prashanta Gambhira Samskrita Bhasha Gnata Daiva Upasaka Guru Upasaka Mananakarta Chintanakarta Dhyanakarta Anubhavi. In Shwethashwathara Upanishad, in the second chapter, in the 9th mantra, we are given the summary of the sadhana. Pranan prapedyeha sanyukta cheshtaha. This mantra, we are studying it through Bhashyam, every of the Upanishadic mantra. So important, complete. That's why it is sustaining to all the onslaughts of all times and has come up to any period of history to guide any of the serious, sincere seekers. So the words employed, the knowledge given, every of that is most important, most relevant, most redeeming to all true sincere sadhakas. Our job is to study them as deeply as possible, understand and do our best. Right, friends, today in our morning, this class, 5 things we will do. Chanting of Shanti Mantra as a meditation as well as prayer. Tachayyoravrimahe. Then we have a very short common sense thought discussed. Sankalpa we do, Prarthana we do, couple of mantras of chanting to become familiar of the Upanishad. Then Upanishad mantra Adhyanam. Let us see how best we can tune with the divinity blesses. Om Tachayyorastirmanusebhyah Urdhvan Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Om Tachamyoravruಣಿमहे Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnavateye Daivi Swastirastu Naha Swastirmanusebhyah Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Om Tachayyoravruಣಿमहे Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnavateye Daivi Swastirastu Naha Swastirmanusebhyah Urdhvan Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Om Tachayyoravruಣಿमहे Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnavateye Daivi Swastirastu Naha Swastirmanusebhyah Urdhvan Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti 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 Om Tachamyoravruಣಿमहे Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnavateye Daivi Swastirastu Naha Swastirmanusebhyah Urdhvan Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, in our today's common sense thought, very simple, 3 things only. One is what? Slowly we have to start doing this thing. That is, giving more and more importance to our sadhana over and above anything. And in that over and above anything, what we mean is from our own, whatever outgoing tendencies with our own initiative, mainly, especially in the unwanted channels. So, from that, refraining and giving more and more importance to our own sadhana, we have to start. Then only we can finish our duties, obligations, and jump into sadhana. Then only even those duty obligation also, sarvadharman parityajya, we can just say no and deeply involve in our sadhana. So more importance given to our sadhana. All that depends on how well we have understood the Upanishads and from the Upanishads the truth, etc. But the thought is importance given to it with respect, with love. That we have to inculcate in us, create in us. Whether it is to the God, to the Shastra, to the Guru, to the sadhana, the importance given doesn't happen automatically. Knowing the glory of them, we have to start giving that value and importance, isn't it? So this is the first thing कि ज़्यादा महत्व महिमा अपने आध्यात्मिक साधना को हम देना है. All the time aware of it, conscious of it, etc. Simple. Because with all our so-called referring to the Shastras, attending to the Satsangas also, it is not necessary that we have become sadhakas, not necessary that we are doing sadhana or giving importance to sadhana. It goes on. The samsara will keep on pulling us routine way as if that is always important and powerful and dominant. It goes on. For some people, though, with being the guru, with being in the study of Shastra also, some lives still, even the beginning or initiation or starting of the sadhana also does not happen. That's how it is. We have to just observe it, know it, and see what best is required to be done for ourselves. You know? Krishna Vasudeva. Then the second point is what is sadhana if we inquire? First thing is what? Becoming aware of our mind. Becoming aware of our mind is the most important sadhana. And in that, we should know very clearly after studying Shastra sufficiently, analyzing sufficiently, that everything is in this mind only, isn't it? Everything in this mind, in the mind only. I am also whatever I am in my mind only. The whole world, whatever it is, in the mind only. All the things, all the beings, all the happenings, all the situations, all the doings, all the gainings, all the losings, all of them, entire thing is in the mana only. We have to clearly understand it. Become aware of the mind, know that everything is in the mind. Nothing spilled out of the mind. Through the media, the medium, the mind alone, things come to us and go away from us. The responses. Can we clearly understand this? All in the mind. First, thereafter, if at all, it may be outside, depending on or compared to our own this sharira. Otherwise, तो सब कुछ मन में ही है, right? Then in the mind only, therefore, all the sadhana is there. What is the sadhana, if you ask, is only two things, no? The elimination of the bad and the replacement with the good. This is what the entire sadhana. And what come under the category of the bad are our own the immoral thoughts, values, emotions, unethical ones, if at all they are there. They have to be just consciously selected and removed. This is what sadhana. This is what is the one which makes us healthy in our outer inner life. Knowing this and knowing that it is necessary, that bad of these things we have to slowly select and delete if at all we have. All the non-positive values, whatever we have, if at all we are carrying them, वो सब जो है हमारे हृदय नामक बगीचे को खराब करने वाले सारे वीड्स हैं वो सारे. ये हमको रियलाइज करना है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. So everything is in my mind. My mind has got these things. These are unhealthy. For me to be happy with myself, these are unhealthy. For me to be happy and good relation with the world, and these are the non-positive, because of which I am not loved by the world, trusted by the world, befriended by the world, but kept away by the world. So therefore, it is better as early as possible, patiently, surely, from the mind, these non-positives have to be eliminated. So bad elimination is this. Then obviously the inculcating the good is the opposite of it. The opposite of it is what? All the moral, ethical, positive values. Spiritual Shastra hinted values. Again, positive of it is what? When these values are sown as seeds or planted as plants, they give the rosy, beautiful flowers of inner contentment, inner ease for ourselves with ourselves. सबसे बड़ा काम यहाँ में तो ये है कि आई एम एट ईज विथ माई सेल्फ जस्ट लाइक सबसे बड़ा फेल्यूर एंड मिजरी इज आई एम नॉट एट ईज विथ माई ओन सेल्फ आई एम ए बर्डन टू माई ओन सेल्फ आई एम ए पेन टू माई ओन सेल्फ यू नो we don't realize it ki this is how we are, and all that is because of those non-positives. On the other hand, if we have made our heart filled with the positivities, then we are at ease with us, we are at such a comfort with us. And when these positive values are fully there, we are again so comfortable with the world, we can just make a heaven out of the outer situations for ourselves also, and also to the most important thing is to the world, है ना? ऐसा हो हमारा जीवन कि others should love our company, they should want just to be with us, and they should get that elation and inspiration. It doesn't happen overnight, doesn't happen just like that, doesn't happen accidentally. We have to work for it. This is what is the sadhana. So, becoming aware of the mind, knowing everything is in the mind, and doing sadhana within the mind. The first sadhana is to eliminate the non positive, bad. Second sadhana is to inculcate the positive, the good. They are the moral, ethical, spiritual values. Positive should be brought, immoral, unethical, non approved by spiritual, that negative, whatever values, if at all we are carrying, remove them. They have no use, they are only a burden, they are only giver of the dukkha. Whereas these positive values are so good. We can laugh, smile with ourselves. We can be confidently facing the world. World also has no hesitation or fear to come to us. This person is full of ethics, values, therefore we can go to him fearlessly. See, if we can that way prove pure in our heart to the world and are able to help them, support them, just imagine how much the Lord is happy. World also needs such people on whom they can trust, they can back upon, they can depend upon. Nowadays, in this today's world, that's what is required. Like if you elect somebody as minister or anything, see, we all, the whole constituency of people trust him. And really, if he proves so, by really taking care of the needs of the praja there, is it not so joyful and beautiful? In that way, isn't it? Whether it is in our friend circle or relation circle, any other, जहाँ भी रहे, people are never that much influenced by our physical appearances, monetary status, positions, and powers. What is appealing to them is how inside we are pure, How instead you are very honest. All morals, ethicals, कितना बढ़िया है हमारा. That is what makes the people trust us, respect us. अब उसके ऊपर ध्यान देना है हमको. हम्म, देख लो. This is what is conscious sadhana. But has it clicked to us so far? Did we take an initiative? Can we say, yes, these were the non positives that were in me? I have just eradicated them with my effort. So, too, these positive qualities were not there, then I brought them into me. Confidently, अगर हम कह पाए, कर कह पाए, तो really great it is. Very, very appreciable. This is first sadhana on the mind of removing non-positive and replacing with the positive. Second is there. After that is what? From the mind only. All that which is binding. Spiritually now we are talking. Starting from the ignorance, through the delusion, through the lots of misconceptions, which are very deeply rooted, they have to be eliminated. This is the second main sadhana. So this also falls under the category of negative. To remove the negative, replace by positive. So the first negatives removed were the all non-positive values ethics. Now we are putting effort to eliminate little deeper non-positives. They are our own ignorances and delusions. Here is where comes the help of the Shastras and the Satguru. Then eliminate them by, replace them by what? Obviously, the positive of the Jnanam, the Shastra Jnanam, the Tattva Jnanam, the Atma Jnanam, and the Bandha Moksha Jnanam, the Sadhana Jnanam. They all, through the help of study of Shastra and Guru, they have to enter into our mind. See, these two things, the removal of the non-positive and both the replacing the positive, they have to happen very, very deeply. We are doing it, but not as deeply as it's required. Our doings may be upper superficial. For whatever the reasons, each one will have to inquire into oneself. Are these removals of negatives and replacements of positives, removals of ignorances, delusions, replacing them by the wisdoms and visions, are they happening very deeply in me or very superficial? Superficial है तो we don't change to become a growing spiritual personality. ऊपर ही रहेगा वो. But if it is deep, the total transformation, total metamorphosis happens. We have to do so. Our next job is this only. To take this Tattva Jnana to deep level of our mind and heart. जा पा रहे हैं क्या उतने डीपली? जाने का चांस है. That's why we are given opportunity to study every day. But then, much before we go to that deeper level, already we are called, pulled by the outer world, either for temptations, enjoyments, or on the names of duties and responsibilities. तो ज्ञान को भीतर पूरा ले जा पा रहे हैं कि नहीं, है ना? Only when the knowledge very deeply it becomes that we will be living up to that knowledge. Living the knowledge is called taking it very deep to the heart. As we said in the beginning, we have to give more priority importance to sadhana than anything else. The continuation of this is this, so deeply this jnanam is gained by us that all the time we are longing for that sadhana only. Isn't it? How much delay it is for me in going deep in my understanding of Shastra or in my Dhyanam. It's already so much delayed. Now I have to work only on that. तो इस तरह का ख्याल आने के लिए जितना डीप ये ज्ञान जाना चाहिए, we have to take it. That is real, spiritual maturity. That's the power of mind and Maya, that they make this Adhyatmikata so simple, so casual, so unimportant. हाँ ठीक है, one aspect of so many things of the day, isn't it? That's how the people continue to be a pakka samsari. How? By just take it's one of the many things. That means it's not so important. No, it is the only thing. That is how we have to be. That much importance it has to be given. That much deeply the knowledge should be taken and felt. So I am Brahman, but why I am living as Jiva? Why I am living as Upadhi? Why I am living as a samsari? No, कभी सोचा इस बात को हमने? With all our listenings from so many years. No, no, I am fed up of it. Let me come out of it. Let me really live as the self. वहां तो गया ही नहीं हमारा थॉट. मतलब बच्चे का शादी का समय आ रहा है, बस एक थॉट आया. Other than that, not at all were concerned about it. Going through various matrimonials or requirements to make the शादी पक्का. सेम वे ओन हाउस है तो अच्छा है, एक थॉट है बस, है ना. प्लेस नॉट सिलेक्टेड डिसाइडेड, नॉर द मनी गैदर्ड, नॉर एनीथिंग ट्राइड. होता है क्या उससे घर बनता है? शादी होता है कि हाँ करना है. सेम वे हाँ स्पिरिचुअलिटी है तो है, रहने दो, करना है तो करेंगे. इट इज एज इफ नॉट आवर नीड, but it is a need of Bhagwan. So whenever he wants, he'll make me spiritual. Many people are in this type of mode. When it happens, it will happen. And people, some of them justify with this spiritually given thought only that स्वामी जी जब प्रभु भगवान चाहते हैं तब होता है, भगवान नहीं चाहते नहीं होता. This is actually the correct thought, final thought only. Without Ishvara Kripa, nothing happens. But are we saying that with the depth of knowledge or to escape our Purushartha, sadhana Purushartha, and do the samsara Purushartha? Anna, remember what is said in Shastras is the Yoga Kshemam, leave it to the Lord. Ananya Chintayanto Mam Paripasate Nityavayuktanam, we have to do it. What we misinterpret the devotion as what? The yoga kshema of the bhoga adi, I will work for it. And my sadhana, leave it to the God. ऐसा नहीं होता है. Sadhana we have to do, and samsara we have to leave it to the Lord and prarabdha. But we do the other. संसार पक्का 100% करते हैं, साधना भगवान को छोड़ते है कि नहीं. जब प्रभु चाहते हैं तो मंदिर जाना होगा हमारा. बट गोइंग टू ऑल आवर फ्रेंड्स रिलेटिव्स, प्रभु नहीं चाहते हैं तो भी हम जाएंगे. व्हाट मीनिंग प्रभु नहीं चाहते हैं, जाकर लड़के आते हो या अटैच करके आते हो. प्रभु नेवर वांट्स अस टू गेट लॉस्ट away from him into the worldliness. But we take all initiatives for that. You know, जिम्मेवारी for sadhana we leave it to the Lord. ऐसा नहीं है, जिम्मेवारी of sadhana we have to take. So the three things simply we have discussed today are give more importance to sadhana than anything else. One, second, be aware of the mind. Third, know that everything in the mind. Four, have sadhana, two sadhana in the mind only. Five, the sadhana is eliminate the negative and bring the positive. First, the values, notions, etc. level. Second is The pure spiritual knowledge should replace the spiritual ignorances. Most important thing which is today is it has to be as deep as possible. Totally. इतना deep हृदय में कि that I have forgotten the world. I am only in my sadhana. ऐसा ना 4-5 साल हमको जीना है. No दुनिया, only sadhana. Then only to some depth level we reach in our meditations and all. नहीं तो जैसा परसों था वैसा ही कल था. जैसे yesterday it was, today it will be like that. As it is today, tomorrow also. Why will anything change by itself unless we change, especially our own life and our own sadhana? हमें इतने साल से आपके क्लास में आ रहे हैं, कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. फर्क अपने आप नहीं पड़ता है, हमको लाना पड़ता है. Just a simple thought. Why anybody, including God Guru, should be concerned about our sadhana? We have to be concerned. No? It is I will have to. Who is concerned about our food? I am concerned. About my sleep. किसको क्यों पड़ी है और वो भी कब तक पड़ती है? Once or twice the wife will tell, खाना खाइए जी, आइए जी करके. If you delay it, she will eat and keep the burden ready for you to wash. Nobody is interested. We have to only wash the burden. We are concerned about body, our health, our food, our nidra, our other entertainments. Then who should be concerned about our sadhana? It is we only. So take values to the depth level, take the knowledge to the depth level. From the depth only, the ignorance, delusions, negative values totally should be uprooted so that simply we are a fully grown up spiritual personality or fully involved spiritual person, साधक बस. ये अंदर से खुद का परिवर्तन लाना. बाहर का चलो, प्रभु को छोड़ो, जो हो रहा है हो रहा है. Isn't it? Inside we have to transform. All is in our hands only. करना चाहते हो तो कर सकते हो, नहीं करना चाहो तो नहीं कर. In this world you can all see highly abled, talented people. बहुत abilities है, talents, but nowhere they are. Because करना नहीं चाहते हैं, करते नहीं. And the other people are very, very less able and capable, but reach to great heights because they wanted to do and they are doing. The example of that tortoise and the hare, उनका जो running race का कहते हैं ना, वो यही है. The hare, the rabbit can run so fast, but it doesn't want to run. It sits. The tortoise goes slow, but it goes on going, and it reached. It won the race. जगत में ना टैलेंट्स का, एबिलिटीज का महत्व है ही, बट मोर देन दैट इज परिश्रम. Talents are there, no parishrama, success won't come. Parishrama is there, talents themselves will come and success also. This we have to recognize very soon. Help ourselves, right? Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ॐ वीरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृतं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। सङ्कल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्तसाध्यसाधनानुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्तऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृदेश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। फ्रेंड्स, कैन वी चैंट फ्रॉम द मंत्र नंबर 12 onwards. पृथ्व्यप्तेजो निलखे समुत्थिते पंचात्मके योगगुणे प्रवृत्ते न तस्य रोगो न जरा न मृत्युः प्राप्तस्य योगाग्निमयं शरीरं लघुत्वमारोग्यमलोलुपत्वं वर्णप्रसादं स्वरसौष्ठवं च गन्धः शुभो मूत्रपुरीशमल्पं योगप्रवृत्तिं प्रथमां वदन्ति यथैव बिम्बं हृदयोपलिप्तं तेजोमयं भ्राजते तत्सुधान्तं तद्वात्मतत्त्वं प्रसमीक्ष्य देहि एकः कृतार्थो भवतेवीतशोकः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Now the ninth mantra. प्राणान् प्रपीड्येह संयुक्तचेष्टः क्षीणे प्राणेनासिकयोच्छ्वसित दुष्टाश्वयुक्तमिव वाहमेनं विद्वान् मनो धारयेताप्रमत्तः. So 7-8 things that are told in this mantra. First is Samyukta Cheshta. Our ahara, vyavahara, nidra, ityadi should be well balanced. That we are not heated up, excited. For overdoing also and for not doing also. We are always cool because our chestas are as exactly they have to be. संयुक्त कहते हैं उसको. Generally, we are heated up because of overdoing also. We are heated up of not doing also or wrongdoings also. Why all of that? संयुक्त चेष्ट. Like भोजन. कम खाने का भी हीट अप होता है. The mental heat up. Why did I eat less वगैरह. ज्यादा खाने का भी हीट अप होता है. Or to digest all that. कभी भी हमें ठंडा रहने का सीखना है. No, you say cool man. What don't we say that? So we have to be cool. Not careless and cool, not regular. That also is there. There's some stupid fellows, irresponsible. They don't take any initiative, and still they are cool. Like our children sometimes, or even elders also. इतना cool है कि तीनों दफा खाता रहता है बफेलो की तरह, but he does nothing. That's not coolness. That is arrogance and stupidity. Cool is exactly knowing what is all my contribution, doing it exactly and cool. So, Samyukta Cheshtaha is first sadhana told here. Details you work out. Yukta Ahara Viharasya Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu Yukta Swapnavabodhasya Yoga Bhavati Dukkha. Second is Pranan Prapedya is the sadhana told here. In this, the Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama, then actual Pranayama is done. So that is helping in the whole physiology perfect. The mind again is calm and cool. More important is the prana shakti is always intact for doing any work. Even sometimes some extra work comes up, will be in surplus, the prana shakti is there. That is the outcome of this prana prapedya named pranayama sadhana. है ना. कभी कहे ना क्लास आधा घंटा 20 मिनट ज्यादा हो गया. Without any disturbance we should be able to go through it. Sometime train or flight gets late for 4 hours. Prana and Prapitya means he has all the pranic energy inside to go through it calm and quiet. Sometime घर में कोई एक्स्ट्रा काम करना होता है. Guests come, important people come. So those who don't have prana shakti, they are lost, they get frustrated. ये कब चले जाएंगे करके रोते हैं. But those of prana shakti, 10 दिन ज्यादा रहेंगे, रहो. I have all energy to take care of you. You have come here for a purpose. So that purpose is fulfilled. तो इस तरह से प्राणायाम प्रविद्या means all those things. Health wise fit, mind wise fit, energy wise fit. So second sadhana told in this. Once this is achieved, the third is what? Kshine prane nasikayochasita means what? Our effort now to struggle for the energy is no more there. That is the meaning of Kshine Prana. Kshine Prana is not Prana Kshina ho gaya. Our effort to maintain the Prana Shakti is not required now because sufficient Pranayama is done. Then here Nasikayotchasita means the inhaling and exhaling is happening sufficiently for giving sufficient energy to the mind. Total topic is our attention on the pranas is not required. It's just like some people who work up to the age of 50 so hard that so much money they have earned that their next 40 years they need not worry. That state where he is not worried because things are in surplus or sufficiency called क्षीणे प्राणी नासिकोच्चसिता उसको ऐसे कंपेयर कर सकते. Any examples? Like he has gone to all pilgrimages by the age of 55. Now Kshine Prana Nasika means he is not bothered. Any new temple in the important comes up, he goes. Otherwise, वो सब देख चुका. Some people also with friends, they go through all. अब बताया वो इतना यार, nothing of it required now. Where's the meaning of Kshine Prane Nasukevachvesitaha? Third sadhana told. Fourth is very, very essential. What is what? Dushta Ashwa. The Ashwas are always Indriyas. They are Dushta. The two Dushtatas which our Indriyas, our Mana, our children will have, the subordinates will have, are what we tell them they don't do, what we tell them not to do, they do that. यही दुष्टता है ना, जो करना है नहीं करते, नहीं करना. So our indriyas, दुष्टता in them is what? We tell them to go for yoga, they don't go. We tell them not to go for bhoga, they go. This is called dushtata. That has to be curtailed. We have to make our indriyas named ashwas shishta, not the dushta. Dushta is bad, shishta is good. Like Lord comes as avatara for dushta shikshana, shishta rakshana. दुष्ट दुष्ट शिष्ट इज अच्छे लोग. सो हमारे अश्वरूपी इंद्रियों का दुष्ट से शिष्ट बनाना है. Then behind that ashwas is the ratha vaham, that is the mind. On that we have to focus. Today we saw in our common sense thought, everything is in mind, mind the mind. So that mind also has to be fully brought from the dushta to the shishta. Just like the indriyas, the mind also goes into the bhoga when we want it to go towards the yoga. तो फिर उसको भी माइंड को ऑब्जेक्टिफाई करके, knowing that the mind is the vehicle, then we have to set right that vehicle, the mind, for our spiritual journey. You know, mind is antakarna, pura le lo. So the mind's love and inclination, Chitta's the remembering of all the spiritual stuff. Buddhi always in the contemplation of the self. Aham always trying to detach from the upadhis. Aham always trying to identify with the self. Like we put this chin mudra, this is ego. These are the annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya. It is vijnanamaya. So this ego, when it is with the other three, it is in samsara. So when it is coming near to the Paramatma, the Anguta is Paramatma, Angushtamatra Purusha. Both simultaneously happening. It is detaching from the other three, attaching to Paramatma, and this thing is told as the Purnata. The Purnata is completeness. Completeness means what to do is being done, what to achieve is being achieved, where to reach is reached. That's called Purnata. Like अच्छी तरह भर पेट खाए तो पूर्णता. A very good sleep, Purnata. A place you wanted to go, you went and came, very nice, Purnata. Some whole guests came to your house, you took care of them, they were so happy. With all praises to you, Purnata. When you go to someone, you have done well there, Purnata. These are all temporary Purnatas we experience. Isn't it? So this is the Paripurnata. That detaching from three and attaching to the self. This is the work of the aham, ego. The buddhi is always contemplating on the reality, the truth. Chitta is having the storehouse of all the shastra jnana. Mana is the most important. मन ही बाकी तीनों को ले जाता है, क्योंकि मन का तीनों फॉलो करते हैं, बुद्धि चित्त अहंकार. If manas liking, the liking of the mind, love for the mind is for the world, the buddhi, the chitta, the ego पीछे उसके जाते हैं. Therefore, mind is important. Mind's emotions are important. Mind's love is important. The mind should say, I love Paramatma. I love spiritual sadhana. Then the buddhi, chitta, ahankara also say, Acha, you love it, chalo, hum bhi tumhare piche. In us, the conflict is between these two. The buddhi, chitta, ahankara, all the time they want spirituality. Mind is the only one which want worldliness. Therefore, helplessly they three go behind him. Like at home, if that stupid grandson is too much pampered, Then one Sunday you want to go out. Where to go? His grandmother, grandfather, mother, father. Give that fellow the chance. He says, "Chalo घूमने चलते हैं." And they have a thought of going to a temple or satsang. अब इस गधे के लिए they don't go. They have to go here. उसको खुश करने के लिए. And if it is a very rare child is there, let us go to temple. Then lucky. चलो सब जाते. So that is the meaning of dushta ashva yuktam vaham enam. Okay, dushtasva yuktam iva enam vaham. Vaham means vehicle. Enam means this vehicle. And which vehicle? Manaha, which has got the ashwas, the horses, the indriyas. Dushta, they are made shishta. So dushtasva yuktam iva vaham enam. Enam vaham, which vaham? Manaha. Manaha, vidwan, the whole knowledgeable person, mature person, what he should do? Dharayeta apramatta. The man's dharana, the mind's dharana should be only towards the truth. That is only two things. Either trying to comprehend intellectually or trying to identify with the self or after the comprehension or understanding is pakka. So why I am the self? Why I am Sachidananda self? Or what is Sachidananda Atma? This is one meaning of dharana. Of the mana means antakarana. With this dharana, using the Upanishadic mantras, when we become thorough in the intellectual understanding, then trying to be that self is the second meaning of dharana of our antakarana. The end of which is what? The mana dissolves in the experience that I am that. And this throughout has to be done apramatta, alertness ke saath, without any inadvertence. That alertness is the price we always have to pay for being safe in the outer world, for being ensured in the spiritual growth. Spiritual doings and spiritual growth में अप्रमत्तता ही सबसे important. Apramattata's opposite is pramada. Pramada means recklessness, carelessness, inadvertence. Apramatta is very conscious, very alert. Yesterday I was watching that some spacecraft जो भी हो blast हो गया ना. So good, they all have tried. But nobody does things carelessly, especially such a big projects involving so much money. But yet, compared to that ISRO, इसमें थोड़ा सा अप्रमत्तता कम दिखा, प्रमाद ज्यादा दिखा. Therefore, that accident or whatever it is. But our ISRO people are अप्रमत्त. They are not pramadi. कोई भी करना है, so they are very careful. देश का इज्जत खराब नहीं होना. Because they will say ना इसका फेल हो गया करके. So too the money should not be wasted. Therefore, every aspect should be taken care of. That's why nowadays any satellites are sent, they are staying sent. अच्छा है ना? Not like 80s, 70s जब कुछ भी ऊपर डालते तो सर पे हाथ लगाना है. कौन आके सर पे गिरेगा नहीं पता. द 84 वाला स्काईलैब याद है आपको कि क्या सारा दुनिया खत्म हो जाएगा. Hmm. So we are understanding this shloka in this way. See how many sadhanas. So we are given sadhana clarity. What to do? अब लगे रहो उसपे. राइट. इसी का हमने भाष्य से भी कल देखा था. प्राणान प्रपीड्य इह इज इक्वल टू होल प्राणायाम साधनास ऑफ नाड़ी शुद्धि एंड प्राण नियंत्रण. आई एम स्टडीइंग द भाष्य नो. संयुक्त चेष्टः. व्हाट इज संयुक्त चेष्टः? नाति अश्नतः इति श्लोक उक्त प्रकारेण संयुक्ताः चेष्टाः यस्यः स संयुक्त चेष्टः. Now, this is a very big topic. Yesterday we explained a little bit. When we study this in Gita, we will see more detail. But the simple understanding at this level is what? All our Kaika, Vachika, Manasika Cheshtas should be well regulated, well disciplined. And the regulation discipline always only two things: doing only that much which is required, not doing which is not required. Samyukta Cheshta. Okay, the next one is what? Shine means what? Shakti Hanya means what? Tanutvam Gate Manasi. Two things are there. Shakti Hanya means when the inhaling is done, then the Kumbhaka is done. After that तो शक्ति खत्म हो जाती है कि नहीं? You cannot, मर ही जाएंगे बंदा नहीं तो. That's the meaning of क्षीणे means शक्ति हान्य. Okay. Then second thing is what is said कि मनसि तनुत्वम गते. Here kshine also means when the mind has become very tanu, very sharp, shallow, subtle, calm, quiet. Try to experience next 2 3 days that tanu mana, the calm, quiet, subtler mana. Not nidra mein gaya hua mana, not a restless mana inside, not a mana restless because of the outer world, but tanutva mana. Like you are just focusing on the divine form of Lord Krishna. The concentration is very deep. Attentiveness is very deep, very intense. Yet, there is no gadabida, there is no disturbance or any restlessness. That's called as mana tanutvam gataha. Mind has become very subtle, very calm, quiet. This comes in Yoga Vasishta Samaravana very elaborately in, I think, Nirvana Prakaranam only. There it is called a Tanumanasa. Manuko Tanu Karna. Tanoti. Shubhecha Vicharana Tanumanasa. Third sadhana only, out of 7. Then Asamsakti Padartha Bhavani Turiyaga. One more in between. So here Manasaha Tanu Karanam. And when we are focusing our attention in the pranayama, inhaling and exhaling, really single pointedly, mind loses all its sleepiness and its grossness. It becomes alert and subtler. That's called as manaha tanu karanam, which we don't have. That is why our shastra jnanam is not pakka, not deep. जितना मन बुद्धि तनु होते हैं सूक्ष्म, उतना वो विषय को पकड़ पाते हैं. Knowledge it is able to catch. So, kshine shaktihanya tanutvam gate manasi. Then what to do? Nasikayaha putabhyam. From the nostrils, shanaihi shanaihi utsrujet. The air has to be left out through the nostrils. And na mukhena, not by the mouth. Mouth is shut only. So what it means therefore, through this Puraka, Kumbhaka, Rechaka, Pranayama, consciously done with the mind applied, the mind becomes very calm, quite shallow. And there is 100% danger for that mind to enter into sleep. That's what happens in the class. When the speaker also speaking very deeply, the audience also very attentively listening. In that attentive listening, the single pointedness comes. But single pointedness का habit नहीं है. Therefore, it goes to zero pointedness. Instead of allowing the mind to go into zero pointedness called as sleep, the mind, when it is maintained in single pointedly, toward that knowledge that is gained, then we are understanding the correct listening. Meditation में ऐसे होता है. Single point होते ही mind निद्रा में जाना चाहता है. Instead of sending it to nidra, that mind has to be directed towards the deep contemplation that I am the truth, I am the self, I am that Satchidananda. Then that already Tanu Krutamana takes us, it becomes a Vaham vehicle, takes us near to that Atmanubhuti. At the final moment, that itself dissolves, and then we discover we are that which we are searching. So, Shanai Shanai Utsrujet na mukhena. Idea is what? Vayum pratishtapya Shanaihi nasikaya Utsrujet iti. So, Vayum pratishtapya Shanaihi nasikaya Utsrujet is the summary of this pranan prapidyeha, then Kshine prane nasikayo chasita. So, pranam pratishtapya means what? Kumbhaka pranayam. Antah kumbhaka. Then slowly they leave the thing. One said, the other also goes without saying. That Bahya Kumbhaka when we do, there also when the Kshina Prana Manavata Anukarana happens, then with the Nasikas only take the air inside. In Pranayama, the inhaling always with the nose it is done, not with the mouth. कभी भी याद रख लेना. मैं तो कोई सुना नहीं कोई प्राणायाम मुख से करते हैं विद द माउथ विद द नोज ओनली. So up to this vayum pratishtapya shanaihi naskaya utsrujet iti. And always whether it is yoga asanas or pranayama, what is being done at the physical level at the yoga asanas, at the prana level in the pranayama, the mind has to attend to it. Because these two sadhanas are for quietening the mind, for making the mind single pointed. So, if the mind is somewhere gone and we are doing yoga asana and pranayama, then we are only at the body prana level working, mind is still uncontrolled. That's why many people, because of yoga and pranayama, they have a lot of energy at the level, health also they have. योग के कारण हेल्थ है, प्राणायाम के कारण एनर्जी है, लेकिन माइंड इज डिस्टर्ब्ड because they did not bring the mind. Any spiritual sadhana, all faculties get integrated. Like if you do upasana, sharir is integrated by giving bath to it. Indriyas are integrated by focusing all indriyas on the upasya devata. Eyes are looking at him, nose is smelling the agarbatti, the mouth is chanting the mantras, the ears are listening to the same mantra, the skin is fresh because you just took the bath. तो सारे इंद्रिय हमारा वहीं रहे थे. Then the mind with full devotion, intellect with that clarity of how to do the sadhana steps, upasana. Aham is to surrender to that God. सारे faculties involved होते हैं. So therefore here the mind is important. Mind has to be put while doing yogasanas, while doing the pranayama prakriyas and the upasana japa adi manasthai sadhanas. Upasana and japa are not physical prana level sadhanas, they are the mind level sadhanas. Intellectual sadhana is apprehending the truth with the help of the Shastra Jnana. So, next is Vayum Pradishtapya Shanaihi Naskeya Utsrujet iti. Then last one is Udatta Ashva Yutam Ratha Niyantaram Iva. Udatta Ashva Yutam Ratha Niyantaram Iva. Udatta Ashva Yutam Ratham. Udatam is uncontrolled, virulent, wild. Ashwa horses. Yuta yoked. Ratha. To Ratha ko Niyantaram Iva. The controller of the Ratha, the charioteer. In the same way, Mananena. Through the Manana, that our job is to know the self. Manaha. The mind. Dharayeta. Has to be withheld, held on to. Apramattaha. Without inadvertence, with full alertness. What is the meaning of manodhareta? Pranihita atma. Means what? The mana is focused only on to the atma. This is the higher meaning. Second meaning is what? Udatta ashvaitam rathanyantaramiva mananena manah dharayata apramattaha pranihita atma. The other meaning of it is what? With absolute alertness, the mind has to be stopped from mentation. Mentation means the mind's thoughts. And mind and senses are friends. So the senses pull the mind. Therefore, the senses also are controlled. That's called a दुष्टाश्व को control किया. साथ में मन को भी धारयत means holding the mind. Be attentive. Holding the mind means not allowing the mind to enter into sleep, nor allowing the mind to have the multiple thoughts. In that now where we realize the substratum of the mind, the self. That's the meaning of manodharana. मन को पकड़ के रखो. One is in Vedanta, the thought is contemplation is on the self. In the yoga, the mana is held, not allowed for the vritti pravaha. When the mana ka vrittiya ruk jate hain, it's called dhi ka samasthiti, called samadhi. But this is done forcefully with willpower. That's why still the vasanas, ajnanas are there. That is why when the willpower is all left, again the whole mind becomes activated. Like out of your strong willpower, you control your children. So, but when you go out, he is devil only. But if he is controlled from within himself, whether you are there or not, he is controlled. So एक ज्ञानी का मन का शांति स्वाभाविक होता है. और प्राणायामी समाधिनिष्ठ व्यक्ति का मन का शांति जबरदस्ती से होता है. And when that जबरदस्त force is over, again it becomes as restless as earlier. Just difference between manas made stand still to the Vedantic vichara, stand still through the applying breaks through samadhi or yoga abhyas. But samadhi yoga abhyas se bhi for long time when you do, the existing vasanas go away. It also becomes effortless later on. Vedanta mein, I am Brahman. There is nothing other than Brahman as real. And in all that other than Brahman, the mind also comes. I am not the mind, I have nothing to do with this mind to gain or lose. The moment this way you become Sakshi, the mind says, मैं क्या सोचूं? वो शांत हो जाता. Only when the ego is there behind the mind, mind becomes very active. अब ego कहती है मैं तो आत्मा हूं, तो मन कहते अच्छा ठीक है मैं चुप. Meditation stops. That's how in Vedanta. Chidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam. Mind also an object, mind also jada, mind also prakriti, mind also anatma, mind also mithya. What I have relation with it? Mind becomes energyless when the ego is not supplying it its willpower to think about the world. In this way, manodharayeta is मन को परमात्मा में धारणा करो. मनोधारयता means मन को पकड़ के रखो is yoga भाषा. And putting on Paramatma is Vedanta Bhasha. Contemplation there. Oh, I am that consciousness. I am the witness. The first to say I am the witness, witness, witness. Thereafter, you need not say, you will feel that yes, the witness experience is happening. You can do it even while watching TV. TV is being watched, I am the witness of it. Sakshi. अच्छा है practice. That doesn't mean you sit in front of टी. I'm telling कि आप साक्षी बन सकते. बनते भी हैं जब घर लोग परेशान हो रहे हैं तो साक्षी बनते कुछ करते ही नहीं. Same way, practice साक्षी भाव. Now comes the next श्लोका. ध्यान के लिए उपयुक्त स्थानों का निर्देश है ना. The desha upayaha desha kaladhyaha santi asmin sahakar. The correct time and place also matter in doing sadhana. Just like the body balanced through Sanyukta Cheshta, pranas balanced through pranayama, the indriyas controlled the Dushtashva, the mind also dharita, dharana kiya gaya. Same way, all of them can be effectively done if the conducive place is selected for this sadhana. Place का बहुत महत्व है. हाँ इसलिए पुण्य क्षेत्र तीर्थ क्षेत्र उस प्लेस का त्रिवेणी संगम. Not an ordinary place. देखो करोड़ों लोग प्रयाग में क्या cool and calm, crores of people taking bath and enhancing their spiritual glow or sadhana. मजा हम तो देखेंगे देख रहा हूँ मैं every day कुछ समय 5-10 मिनट. Isn't it? The joy, the jubilation, the exhilaration, it's very inspiring. मजा है मैं भी जा रहा हूँ इसलिए. I'll be there only few hours, but good. Place has its own importance. Time has its own importance. The surrounding people around also has importance. चारों तरफ साधु लोग हैं मानो, तो माइंड भी साधु होगा। अब सारे चारों संसारी लोग हैं तो मन भी संसारी बनेगा, पता भी नहीं चलता। एंड पीपल नेवर अंडरस्टैंड इट, दैट्स व्हाई दे से हम तो फैमिली में रहेंगे, साधना वहीं रहकर करेंगे। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल दे आर हैबिचुएटेड टू सम भोग और कंफर्ट्स व्हिच दे कैन नॉट गिव अप। दे वर स्टेइंग देयर, देयर ट्रैवल इन साधना इज लाइक तो साइकिल को स्टैंड लगा के चलाओ तो कहाँ जाएगा वो, वैसे ही होता है। सच पीपल द सजेशन इज व्हाट, ठीक है रहो अपने घर, बट एटलीस्ट इन ए मंथ 10-15 days गो आउट, मुक्ति मुक्ति मिलेगी। इफ नॉट टू यू एटलीस्ट टू द पीपल एट होम। आई ऑलवेज हैव दिस थिंग इन माय माइंड कि मेक सम प्लेस टू स्टे वेयर सम गृहस्थ 10-20-15 फैमिलीज आएंगे महीने में 10 दिन 15 दिन, दे कम डू साधना एंड गो अगेन, गो बैक टू योर हाउस इफ यू वांट, बट स्टे दिस 10 days, एटलीस्ट 10 ना, समथिंग इज बेटर देन नथिंग नो। तो 1 week per month, first week I am not available at home, एटलीस्ट दोज आर एट द रिटायर्ड लेवल में ना, ऐसा करो ही साधना होता है। पोस्टपोन करने से नहीं होता, अगले महीने अगले साल ये अगली होगा वो, यू नेवर डू, है ना। You just find some place, some Punya Kshetras. Every month one Punya Kshetra, 1 week. जाओ, दर्शन भी करो, सत्संग भी करो. 10 days or 1 week. Isn't it? It's a very good thing. Place भी हो गया, time भी, sadhana. Right? Now in this shloka about the place is spoken. We'll just chant the mantra, see the meaning tomorrow. Sameshu chau sharkara vahnivaluka vivarjite shabda jalashrayadibihi मनोनुकूलेन तु चक्षुपीडने गुहानि वाताश्रयणे प्रयोजयेत्। ओम 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 पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। Thank you friends. Please join for half an hour Gita.